Hello, I'm back for another basketball edition of the Adrienne Ross Show. When Caitlin Clark won Rookie of the Year, her teammates put a video together in which they spoke very highly of her and congratulated her. Kelsey Mitchell, her comments were extremely beautiful and heartwarming and even emotional. And I've been planning to do a video about something in particular she said, and I still plan to do that. But I'm going to focus on a smaller portion of that because Anthony Pachetti sent me a video. Apparently about 6 months ago, this was recorded. And it fits into really what I want to focus on more widely. But I'm going to narrow it down today because this is worth a video all by itself. First of all, let's look back at what Kelsey Mitchell said to Caitlin Clark.
Squared. What's up, Brandon? I just want to say congratulations on the award, man. You deserve it. You've changed the world in so many ways. If you've done it with so much grace. And I'm so happy to take the floor with you, to be a part of this experience. I want to tell you to give yourself some grace, kid. You've done a lot of things that not a lot of people can do. And from me to you, I'm always going to be a fan. I'm always going to be in your corner. I'm always going to be in your backcourt. Congratulations, kid.
I love those comments. And I want to focus on something she said that seems almost hyperbolic. She said that Caitlin Clark, not just a person who changed NCAA basketball or basketball in general or basketball in the WNBA or the culture of America. She said that her teammate has changed the world in so many ways. That's a huge, huge statement. And now I want to show you something that shows that Kelsey Mitchell is definitely onto something. Like I said, I intend to do a video more along those lines of that statement, but for now, I've got to show you Exhibit A of what Kelsey Mitchell said of Caitlin Clark changing the world. Let's take a trip to Africa.
Caitlin Clark hysteria reached a fever pitch this season at Carver Hawkeye Arena.
But that so-called Caitlin Clark effect can be felt around the country, and as KCCI's Jody Long discovered, even around the world.
No matter where you live, you've likely heard of Caitlin Clark and are drawn to her record-breaking success. For the first time in 25 years, a record 3 million people tuned in to watch the Iowa women play Ohio State earlier this month, even from a world away.
We were curious at first. As the game went on, we fell in love with what we were watching, and we became more excited on seeing how the scores were happening.
From a small hut in the northern Uganda city of Gulu, a group of young women squeezed in to watch the Hawkeyes beat the Buckeyes on a monitor powered only by solar energy and Wi-Fi. Having never watched a game of basketball in their lives, they were all instantly hooked.
Seeing how the thing was happening like magic in my eyes, and I like it so much, and I said, wow, I can also try it.
Sports act as a therapy for these young women who are refugees and victims of war.
At Child Voice, we believe in empowering younger girls. Girls who have faced terrible trauma. For girls' empowerment and believing in themselves that, yes, I can make it, no matter what circumstances are surrounding them.
So you might be wondering how a group of girls from Africa were introduced to the Iowa women's basketball team. The nonprofit organization Child Voice is helping these girls get back on their feet with education and job training. The founders are lifelong Hawkeye fans who describe number 22 as the ultimate role model.
These girls have lived very tough lives to this point, and they really have not had role models. If anything, they've had negative role models. So they're learning how to be the best version of themselves and we're trying to reinforce any positive role models we can.
The Caitlin Clark effect on full display in a third world country, proving sports is more than just a game, but a way to inspire and give hope.
What fellow girls are doing and how they are impacting on the society is very encouraging, and motivating for other girls like us.
For these girls to have strong role models, both far and near, it's crucial to their future success.
Jody Long, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
That is off the charts amazing. Look, I've been to Africa. I've been to Zambia on a mission trip. I've been around Africans. I know how passionate they are. I know how expressive they are. I know how appreciative they are. And so when you hear them say how amazing the experience was to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball, remember, this tells us they hadn't seen basketball played, and yet they knew that something special was going on. And this isn't fluff. This isn't just for the cameras. This isn't just for the news. These people mean what they say. They saw something magical. Caitlin Clark from Iowa, okay, is impacting young lives all the way on the continent of Africa. And you heard what was said. They need role models. They need encouragement. They need hope. And that's what I love. That's the goodness of God, because a lot of times we look at things and it's like, oh, it's just a game. And yeah, in the big scheme of things, it is a game. But it's amazing to me how we have in this world, God has given us various aspects of it's just a this and it's just a that. And yet through those things, lives are touched, people are encouraged, people see the reward that comes from hard work. People are like, wow, this is amazing. And you know what? These are Africans. And not one of them is thinking she's a white woman. She's just they just see greatness. They just experienced something that lifted them up across the world. As Kelsey Mitchell said, she's changed the world. That wasn't even the direction I was going to go into before Anthony Pachetti sent me this video. I wasn't going in that direction, but how could I not? How could I not? All the way in Africa, African girls lined up with Clark shirts on, totally enthralled in what they're seeing from somebody all the way over here in America. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. And so, yeah, I had to show this. I had to show this as an example of what Kelsey was saying. Kelsey Mitchell, I don't think she was talking about that at all. I wasn't thinking about that at all, but there it is, the things we don't know. So whether it's Caitlin Clark, whether it's you, whether it's me, the lives that we can touch, the hope that we can offer, it's amazing what God has entrusted into us. He will take the thing that you think is just my hobby, just my craft, just my job, and help us to understand that there are lives that are touched by those so-called ordinary things or those things we take for granted. Hey, all the way in Africa, you get to see the Caitlin Clark effect. So I got to ask myself, who gets to see the Adrienne Ross effect right here where I am? It's a beautiful thing, changing the world. Had to share it with you. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so yet. I will catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.